Imagine if you had a secret power, the ability to read anyone's mind, to understand their emotions, their thoughts, and even influence their decisions. Psychology, pure psychology. The same psychology that manipulators, leaders, and influencers use to influence people, often without them even realizing it. And in this video, you're going to learn some of psychology's most fascinating influence techniques that can help you communicate more effectively and understand human behavior on a deeper level. But here's a warning. This video is for educational purposes only. Use these ideas ethically and responsibly. Once you understand how influence works, you'll never look at the world the same way again. Trick number 5, the reverse trap. People often become curious about the very thing they're told not to do. This simple psychological tendency can influence behavior without directly forcing anyone. Think about it. If someone tells you, "Don't look behind you," what's the first thing your brain wants to do? Look behind you. Or if someone says, "Don't watch this video," chances are you'll at least feel curious enough to click it. That's the reverse trap. Instead of directly asking someone to do something, curiosity or the desire to prove themselves does the work. For example, suppose you want a friend to help you with something. If you simply say, "Bro, can you do this for me?" they might ignore it or refuse. But if you say, "Never mind, it's probably too difficult. I don't think you can do it," now you've challenged their confidence. Their natural response becomes, "What do you mean I can't? Of course I can." You never directly asked them to do it. Their own motivation pushed them toward the decision. That's what makes this technique powerful. Trick number 4, master of choice. Most people believe they
make completely independent decisions. But in reality, people often choose from the options placed in front of them. The real game is designing those options. Power isn't about forcing people. It's about framing their choices. Here's an example. Imagine you want your friend to go out with you. If you ask, "Want to go out?" they might simply say no. But if you ask, "Should we go to Pizza Hut or Domino's?" now the conversation has changed. Instead of deciding whether to go, they're deciding where to go. The outcome remains the same. They're going out with you. They feel like they made the decision, but the structure of the choice guided the conversation. The same principle is often used in marketing. Offers like buy one, get one free, or buy two and get 50% off, make people compare offers instead of questioning whether they needed the purchase at all. The lesson? People enjoy feeling in control. Presenting clear choices often makes decision-making easier. Trick number 3, the guilt trap. Guilt is one of the strongest human emotions. When people feel guilty, they often become more willing to repair relationships or make things right. Imagine a friend keeps promising to meet you, but cancels every single time. If you angrily say, "You never make time for me," they may become defensive. But if you calmly say, "I understand. If I were really important, maybe you'd have found the time," that statement encourages reflection. Instead of forcing an argument, you've expressed how you feel. Sometimes that can motivate the other person to explain themselves, reconnect, or apologize. The key isn't manipulation. It's expressing emotions honestly without attacking the other person. Trick number 2, emotional hijack. Human beings don't make decisions based only on logic. Emotions play a huge role. When someone experiences fear, excitement, pride, love, or guilt, those emotions can strongly influence their judgment. That's what people often call an emotional hijack. Think about political speeches. The most memorable speeches rarely rely only on facts. They also create feelings: hope, fear, anger, patriotism. Because emotions make messages memorable. People may forget statistics, but they rarely forget how someone made them feel. That's why understanding emotions is one of the most important communication skills anyone can develop. Trick number 1, the power of silence. Psychology often shows that silence can be surprisingly powerful. Think about this. Maybe you've experienced it yourself. You make a mistake. Your mom gets angry and starts yelling. But when your dad simply looks at you, without saying a single word, that silence sometimes feels even more intense. Why? Because when no one speaks, your own mind feels the silence. You begin imagining possibilities, replaying events, and reflecting on your actions. Many people think the loudest person is the strongest, but often, the strongest communicator is the one who listens carefully, observes, and speaks with intention. Silence creates space, and that space encourages other people to think, explain themselves, or continue talking. For example, during a conversation, if someone finishes speaking and you simply stay quiet for a few seconds, they'll often keep talking and reveal even more information. Or during an argument, instead of shouting, maintain eye contact, stay calm, speak only when necessary. Composure often communicates confidence far better than raising your voice. Silence doesn't always win every situation, but when used thoughtfully, it can make your presence feel stronger and your communication more effective. These psychological principles aren't about controlling people. They're about understanding how human behavior works, so you can communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and make wiser decisions. If this video helped you learn something new or gave you a fresh perspective, make sure to subscribe to
the channel so you don't miss future videos. And now it's time to take action. Challenge yourself over the next 7 days to practice better communication, emotional awareness, and observation. I've explained the complete roadmap in the video on your screen. Click it now.